So welcome back to Jam's Lego Studio, and today we have episode 5 of the Alien Cruiser. And we're going to start off by making this whole middle panel area finished up. And the plan to do so is to make a beam going straight across to here and fold some more panels out. And using a lot of these lightsaber blades, I'm going to create like an organic energy burst to kind of make a unique look compared to the smooth shapes that I have outlining this, and make some nice contrast. So without further ado, let's get going. So now I got my bricklink order for my Alien Cruiser, including these 2x2 jumpers in dark bluish gray, 1x2 Technic bricks at the 2 pinholes, a 1x2 modified plate with the bar, a 1x4 modified plate with studs on opposite sides. And here we have the 4x4 Technic brick, and then this dark bluish gray greebling piece. Then we have the brackets, a 2x2 with the 1x2 plate in the bottom of it, at the top. Same with this one. And then a variety of trans neon green and trans dark blue, as well as some opposite turntables for the cannons. So if I want to switch out the weapons for different classes of Alien Cruisers, so I can do that as well. So that's what we got in the bricklink order for that, which will also help finish this and some other components. So now we've got the basic structure completed for these inner panels. As you can see, I've used some hinges here and extended it really long down the middle to get a nice structure. I'm actually shaking the whole ship with it, so it's pretty strong. But now we're going to be working on expanding that structure all the way across to here, and then filling in some uniquely shaped paneling on these hinges, and then connecting those lightsaber bars like I have over here, all the way in different patterns to make it that organic looking energy burst, provide that good contrast. So as you guys can see, we now have all of the framework in place for these panels, and now we're going to get to the smaller panels that attach the trans light dark blue sword pieces, which are all over here. These will give a very unique and thin lined look to it, which will highly contrast the thicker plate lines that I have in trans dark blue going along the edges of the ship. So let's finish up these panels. Just a small check-in real quick. We have a lot of progress on the middle panel, which is about 90% done. Just missing some of the turbo lasers that are going on there. And then I have 2 small gaps here and here to finish covering up. Though I have to get some of the LED wiring in for some of the lights that are going to shine through these panels to light up those trans dark blue sword pieces. Otherwise, we got some very nice details on here. So now we're just going to keep on working along with the frame in the front and the back, and then we'll do the wiring. So here is a quick progress update. As you can see, the panels are looking a lot more complete. However, this is after about 3 or 4 different iterations. So, and today is like the last time I have to build before this episode goes out. So unfortunately I have to end this one a little shorter than I would like. as I had to get this one out. But the design looks pretty good now that I have finally the right idea that I want to go for. So as you can see, there's a lot of different elements to this design that are complex. Like every angle on here is odd dimensions, oftentimes being like half a metric unit, which adds tenfold to the complexity of the build, as well as this whole panel is on an angle already within this triangular shape, so that makes it much more difficult to blend here, which actually is almost seamless. Now as we go to the middle here, this panel came together very well. Also, the edges being half of a unit in dimension, so that added the complexity as well. And I did get over that by using these modified plates, which also gave it a nice groove for some nice detail with a nice stripe of dark bluish gray. And I really like how I got these round details in between these bars. And also in here, almost everything is a half a metric unit or even a quarter of a unit for dimensions, giving a very simple look, but yet very complex, keeping the smooth shape for all the borders and getting the greebling all in the middle of these panels. Now this section got very dense because I'm using all these sand green clips and all those telescopes I found on the pick-a-brick wall, along with these car motors, which give a very unique shape, and then it contrasts into dark and light gray by being metallic colored. So then as we go to the back here, we have more of the similar design going along. It needs to be passed on to the other side by those beautiful looking engines. We have done the same thing over here, and you can see that I'm already hard at work getting all these different brick built panels into their respective places on the other side like they are over here, and then filling in these gaps with greebling and blending all the edges to this curve using those plate hinges. So with this being very complex, I had to delay it, like I said. So this is going to be part 1 of episode 5, with part B coming out on Wednesday, meaning all these panels along the side here and on the other side over here will be 100% done with all of LED lighting to light up these trans dark blue lines, in which I mentioned were going to be swords, but that design ended up failing multiple times, so I had to switch it up, which is part of why this progress is taking so long to make. So if you guys get builder's block where you're struggling to figure out your build, just keep trying and keep building. And stay inspired and keep building Lego. So I hope you understand, and I thank you in advance for that. As we will see you next time, Wednesday, with part B of episode 5. This has been Jordan from Jan's Lego Studio, and thank you for watching.